Hello everyone, welcome to this video tutorial about how to configure or how to deploy QuTScloud on AWS, Amazon Web Services. In this video we will learn just how to create a single QuTScloud instance on AWS. In this video, we will not cover how to initialize your QuTScloud NAS. We will not cover how you can create storage pools and how to create volumes inside your QuTScloud NAS. We will cover those things in another video. In this video, we are just going to learn how to create a single instance of QuTScloud on the AWS. Because we are going to do a separate video for setting up the initializing the NAS and setting up the storage pool and disks. Okay, having said that, so let's begin. First, just go to your AWS login and just log into your AWS and you will be redirected to your AWS homepage, and you can just go to services here, click on the services and go to EC2. Now it's very important to understand that QuTScloud is EC2 instance because it's a virtual machine. So EC2 allows you to create virtual machines on AWS. Okay, so once you click on EC2, what you have to do is click on the instances so that you can create a new QuTScloud instance. Okay, so once you go to the instances, you can see currently we have these instances created for our internal purpose, but if you want to create a new one, just click on this launch instance and you can just go to launch instance. So okay, so once you do the launch instance, the first thing you will have to do is you will need the QuTScloud image. Now what you can do is the easy way to get the QuTScloud image will be go to this community AMIs. Once you go to the community AMIs, you can just click QNAP here, search for QNAP, and once you search, you will be able to see the QuTScloud AMI here. AMI is basically the Amazon machine image, and basically it's the custom image that it's the QuTScloud custom image that we provide. At the moment, you cannot see it in the community AMIs because we have not officially released QuTScloud. But very soon, once we publicly release, you will be able to find the your AMI here. Okay, that's one way. That's the simple way to get the QuTScloud image. The other way you can find the QuTScloud image is you can go to you can download the QuTScloud image from our landing page. So you can see here QuTScloud. You can go to qnap.com solution QuTScloud, and once you go there, you can this is our landing page for QuTScloud. You can just scroll down, and once you scroll down, you will be able to see here there will be a download link here. Okay, so for AWS we recommend a VMDK format image, and you can just click on the download button. Once you download it, I think this image will be downloaded on your local PC. It's around, I think, maybe 400-500 MB. And once you download it, what you will have to do is you will have to import it in your AWS. Now that's what the thing is, the importing process is not very simple. I will give the link of importing. This is the importing guideline from AWS. I will post this link in the description as well, and you can follow this document to import your image. Okay, so once you download it from our landing page, you have to import it in AWS, and that's why I said that will be the second way to get the AMI. So that is the difficult part. The easy part is just go to the community AMIs. Okay, now for the sake of this video, because we have already imported our custom image in our AWS account, so you can just go to my AMIs. Okay, once you have imported, you can go to my AMIs. In your case, you will just have to go to community AMIs and search for QNAP. Anyways, for us, we'll go to my AMIs, and these are the images that we have already imported. So I will choose this image because this is the latest one. So I'll just click on select. So now the first thing is I have already selected my custom image. Now what we need to do next is I need to decide what kind of instance configuration I want, like how many CPUs I want, how much RAM I want, what will be my internal instance storage. Okay, so I need to do all those configurations. Now please note that for QuTScloud, the minimum required minimum required RAM is 2 GB. You can find the list of the system requirements on our landing page also. So this is our landing page. Okay, I will post the link of our landing page in the description below as well. So you go down at the bottom and you can see the system requirements here. A minimum 2 GB memory is needed for running QuTScloud, and all the other system requirements are also mentioned here. Okay, so as I said, you need at least 2 GB RAM. So for the sake of this video, we can choose this kind of instance with one virtual CPU and 2 memory RAM, or we can also choose this one for little better performance. We can go for a 2 virtual CPUs and a 4 GB RAM. Okay, and once we do that, just click on the configure instance details and just click here. Now here there are a lot of settings are there, but what you need to do is you can ignore all of them, because most of them you will not need. These are for advanced users. So for example, you can see how many number of instances you want to launch, and if you want to create a VPC, that is virtual private cloud, then you can define your network, and you can create a subnet, and you can auto assign public IP. So all those things you can do, but as I said, for the sake of this video, we are just going to show how to create a single instance of QuTScloud on AWS. If anybody has a request about how to create a VPC using QuTScloud, do let us know in the feedback, and we will definitely try to do another video to show you how we can do it. Okay, so you can ignore most of these settings because they are not going to be important for us, so you can just keep all of them as default. Okay, and what you need to do is just click on add storage. Now this is important here. If you want to add storage, as you can see, there is one disk by default added. This disk is the one where your image, the QuTScloud image, your AMI, will be located. So we would like to inform you that you can keep it a minimum of 1 GB, because I think the size of our image is around 400-500 MB. So you can just keep it 1 GB. That is more than enough. Okay, and if you want storage, you can just add new volumes, and you can see by default there is only EBS option is there, and you can add, let's say, 200 GB disk on your NAS. Now one more important point here is if I go to the QuTScloud landing page, I can show you the system requirements that you can support up to maximum 25 disks, out of which 24 slots are free for data. Okay, so that means you can add at least 24 more disks. Okay, so total 25. This is the one, plus extra 24 disks for storage you can continue to add. Okay, so the more you add, of course, the more it will cost you. And another thing very important is the minimum disk size needed to create a storage pool is 144 GB. Okay, so if you want to create a storage pool in your NAS, in your QuTScloud NAS, it's important that the size of each disk must be 144 GB. Okay, so let's keep it 200 GB just for the sake of this video. You can do it even more or even less, but as I said, if you keep it less than 144 GB, you will not be able to create storage pool. Another thing very important is only hard drives which are more than 20 GB will be recognized as and listed as data storage disk in QuTScloud. Okay, so that means the minimum size you must mention is 20 GB. You should keep it more than 20 GB, and if you want to create a storage pool, you should keep it more than 144 GB. So we recommend you, if you just want to have one disk, you can add at least 200 GB, and if you want to set up RAID, you can add another instance here for another 200 GB. Okay, so these are some of the storage options that you can try. For the sake of this video, again, as I said, we just want to show you how to create a single instance NAS basic. So we can just keep one single disk. For RAID, what we can do is we will do another video and we'll show you how to configure RAID configuration on your QuTScloud NAS. Okay, so we'll do another video for that. So for this video, let's keep it just one disk with 200 GB. Okay, you can keep this as checked, that is delete on termination. That means whenever your instance will be terminated, all this disk will automatically be deleted, so it doesn't cost you money. So that's really important. So you can keep it delete on termination, and then you can go next and add tags. Now, adding a tag will just keep it easy for you to look out or search for your instance, especially if there are a lot of QuTScloud instances or there are a lot of EC2 instances. It will make it easy for you to search for instance. So you can just give a name. Let's say I'll say Asim QuTS Cloud. Okay, so I'll just name it Asim QuTScloud. So it'll be easy for me to search for my instance later on. Okay, so you can give any you can add a tag, you can add more tags, but I think one is more than enough, and you can just go to next page. Okay, and here is what we call is a security group. Now what security group is, like you can specify the ports, which port you want to open, which ports you want to close. So this is this is an important step here. What we recommend is, you don't need a lot of just for the simple, if you just want to use it for simple purposes, we recommend just two ports or two rules. So one is, let's say you want to add a rule and custom TCP, and what you can do is here you can keep it 8080. Okay, and the source can be anywhere. Okay, and another what you can do is you can do HTTPS, and I think the port number is 443 and custom. So these are the basic settings which we will recommend. And basically a security group is a list of all these ports and their settings. Okay, so what you can do is you can just name your security group as, let's say, Asim security group 1. Okay, so this is just I'm naming my security group. So why I'm naming this, so that next time if you create a EC2 instance, if you create a QuTScloud instance, you don't need to set all these rules again. You can just search for the existing security group and you can just choose that existing security group. So for example, if you click here, you will be able to see the existing security groups. Okay, so we don't want so we don't want to do that. For now we just create our own security group, and these are the security settings that we recommend. Now these are the very basic security settings. If you want to open more ports and which ports are for which type of protocol, what you can do is you can just go here, this link, you can open this link. I will post this link in the description as well, and you can see which services are using which default port in the QNAP NAS. Okay, so you can refer to these and accordingly you can decide which ports you want to open. Okay, so once you do that, just click on review and launch, and once you do that, you can review all your settings. This is your AMI, this is the type of instance you have chosen, this is your security group and the rules under your security group. Okay, and you can just click on the launch button. And important thing here is, for QuTScloud you always have to choose proceed without a key pair. This key pair is not needed for QuTScloud. It's only needed for like Linux or other operating systems which are already integrated within AWS. So for us, for our case, you always choose proceed without a key pair. Okay, click on, and you can just acknowledge and click on launch instances. And so that's how your instance configuration step is done. And once your configuration steps are done, all you need to do is just go to your list of instances. You can see here also instances, and you will be able to see your instance here. So Yeah, this is the instance which I said. Now, what I told you about tags is you can just click on Asim, I can search for this, and I will be able to see my instance. So that's what I said. Tags make it easy for you to search. Okay, so this is my instance. So you just, if you just click here, you can see all the details of your QTS Cloud NAS here. Okay, so as at the moment, you can see it is still running and it's still initializing. So normally it takes some time to initialize, maybe around 1 or 2 minutes after the configuration steps are done. Okay, so this is how we do it. Just give me 1 or 2 more minutes, and after that I'll show you that our instance is ready. What you need to do is, once you can see your instance here, just click on this button here. Yeah, copy to clipboard. So this is the IP address of your NAS, the new NAS that you have created. So just click here, and once you click here, you will be redirected to your NAS. So as I said, currently it is not ready, so we have to wait for some time. Okay, so this is how you create a single instance of QTS Cloud on AWS. Okay, and as I already mentioned that beforehand, we are not going to show you how to initialize the NAS. We are not going to show you how to set up the RAID, how to create storage pools in this particular video, because we are going to do separate video for that particular that topic. What we are planning to do is, we'll have a lot of other videos about how to configure or how to start a single instance of QTS Cloud on different cloud platforms. We also support Microsoft Azure. We also support DigitalOcean, Ali Cloud, all the major cloud platforms we already support. So we will one by one we'll do a video tutorial just like this for each and every one, and there will be a common video for how to once you have done the initial configuration on your cloud platform, then there will be a common video for how to initialize your NAS, how to set up a RAID, how to create storage pools. Okay, so let's see if our NAS is ready here or not. So I think it's still initializing. So this is another NAS which I already created. You can see here, this is I just created a few moments ago, and if you can see the IP address of this one, you can copy the IP address here. I can just copy paste, and once you copy paste, you will be redirected to that specific QTS Cloud NAS, and you can see once you redirect, you will be able to see the NAS initialization wizard. This is the same thing that you will see if you buy a physical NAS and you start it for the very first time. You will be redirected to this wizard, which is the initialization wizard. So similarly, when you start an instance on AWS, you will be able to see this initialization wizard. Okay, so yeah, you can see this. So I will if I click on start smart installation, it will ask you for a license key. Again, as I said, this is out of the scope of this particular video, and maybe in another video I'll show you all these steps. Okay, so let's see if our the one which we created just now, that is the Asim QTS Cloud, let's see if this one is ready. Just copy on clipboard and paste here. Let me see. Yeah, I think you can try HTTPS and advanced and proceed to this, and I think you can try to try with HTTPS protocol, and I think once you do that, you will be able to access your QTS Cloud NAS. And you can see here, this is the same IP address, 54.89.16.7. So 54.89.16.7. So this is the one we just now created, and as you can see, this NAS is ready for you to use. Okay, so that's all for this video, guys. Please leave your comments and let us know if you want us to do any specific video, or if you want us to do any other tutorial. And keep following us on YouTube. Keep following our official page. We'll keep uploading more and more videos so that the users will learn how to use QTS Cloud. So thank you for watching.